Hey guys, Greg Christensen here. Hey, I wanted to show you something, but your job as the manager or the herdsman or the goat owner, whatever you want to call it, is to anticipate ways that these goats could die. Because you know how they are. Goats and lambs are in the same category, and they'll just look for ways. We've actually lost animals in these tire tanks. See, we put this lid on it there one year, and there you see a board that goes down into the water. It goes down in there probably a foot, and there's a little bit of space under it that the water can come through it. See, in the valve, everything's underneath that board. Well, we put these blocks here for these. They can get up on it and drink, but sometimes they jump up on that lid. One day, it's not been too long ago, well, I put those blocks in there because, well, we've had goats get in there and die. Well, you can see how deep it probably is. Probably 2.5 feet. But we put those blocks in there and then didn't have any more trouble last year or a few years ago. This year we came up, we came up here to this tank, and believe it or not, there was 6 dead lambs had gotten in there. 2 of them had gotten under that board and were back where the float was. Of course, they just drowned. The other 4 were on this side. Even with those blocks in there, I don't understand it, but my fault, their fault, nobody's fault. You and me and the goat owners are the ones that pay for that. We had 4 of them drowned in that spot. With the blocks in there, they could have jumped up on the blocks and jumped out. Looks to me like pretty easy. And the other day we had a goat stuck in another one, and he was dead, and his head, he had stuck it somehow into that hole of the block, into that square hole how these cement blocks have on that side. Yeah, he stuck his head into there. Never would have guessed. I don't even know how that happened. Maybe another goat got on him to get out and pushed it in. It's beyond me. Of course, he couldn't get it out and he drowned. Things like that, yeah, I mean, as much as you think about it, and we tried to anticipate things, you can't anticipate every single thing that can happen to sheep and goats. Sorry. But we've lost them. We've had goats die in the mineral feeder. I don't know if the other goats get around them and push them in there and then somehow they get stuck. We've had that happen a few times. We haven't really figured out a better way to move the mineral feeder around, or what to do about that yet. It doesn't happen often, but it's happened. I don't know if it's happened once a year, but so yeah. When you have stuff happen to you and you're like, gosh, I don't know, man, not doing my job. Well, you just have to think about it and keep doing the best you can and, roll with it. Hopefully, you still got a lot of live ones. So, hey, keep your chin up. It's hot. It's dry here in Kansas. But we got a chance of rain maybe this week, next week later. We'll see. Yeah, I've had them get their head stuck in the fork of a tree down low, but I've also had it happen up high. They climbed the tree, got up in there, and stuck their head in the fork and couldn't get it out. I've had to saw the tree down before, things like that. You can't just go through your pasture sawing all your trees down, I know, but yeah. And it just, the way they can find Ways to die is remarkable. I was thought about one time writing another book, all the ways I've killed goats, but yeah, wouldn't be very fun. But yeah, don't forget your water tank in your pen. Sometimes we have stuff pinned up in here. We have this water tank. We got cement blocks in that. They've got in it before. And they can get up on them blocks and jump out. We've not lost anybody in this tank, and it has one of those bottom drinkers in it, like a hog drinker. But we can't keep it working most of the time. And we have another short tank. It's being used in another place right now. So yeah, anticipate ways they can die.